So, you know, I kind of like drawing for a while, kind of, only a little bit. And you look at this and you think, oh, pretty good, right? Yes, because I traced it when I was like 12, because 12-year-olds do. So I painted this instead. I was like, well, it's okay. Yeah, it's because I got help, because I'm like at a class. This is what it really looks like when I draw, right? It actually looks like horrendous. They said it was good. Look at this. This is where my trust issues come from. They said this was good. Sure, it was in elementary school, but that is not good. So surely high school is better? No. No, it's not. High school is not better. So, the secret plan. The book. We have the book. We fill the book. We draw people only. Surely what could go wrong? Yet, as it would turn out, a lot could go wrong, right? A whole lot could go wrong. Like, look, okay, you know what I mean, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Ignore the self-critical stuff because it's really cringe, and I still haven't gotten over it. Okay, I was trying to critique myself. It never went well. It went away eventually, but not in my head. It didn't. We've skipped forward a bit, and like, it's, you know, it's a little better than before for sure. This stuff's a little better, but what is that, right? Like how are you doing that? How are you just drawing two completely different eyes, right? I know you're doing ink only, but bro, no excuses, okay? We ditched the ink only later, okay? It was a problem, but it's, you know, it helps you be a little more deliberate, and maybe that's a good thing. We don't need to talk about we spammed Miku for a bit, okay? I don't know why. It didn't help. Look at this guy's eyes. Like, how do I do that? Why do I do that? We don't need to talk about these ones either. We don't need to. We can just or these ones. Actually, we can skip those. Hey, look, Elden Ring. Yeah, Elden Ring. That's cool. That's cool, right? We're doing video game characters. If you notice, the past few, there's a bit of a theme for sure. So we're like, yeah, Radagon. That's a good idea. We'll do Radagon, and then we spam free run for like 3 days, and it doesn't work because I mean, look at those eyes. And speaking of looking at eyes, what happened here? Like, I know you have bad days, but that's really bad. Like, that's bad. And we go to this, which frankly isn't great either. I know I'm being a little self-degrading here, but it's better than that. Like, what happened before? Like, you have a stroke? Like, how do you do that? Now, moving on, we try to do things a little more original and such, right? And to be fair, it's just like incorporating a bit of motion to poses, but it's better than drawing frames, right? We try to branch out a little more, maybe bring some originality in, sort of, a little more. We do different poses, different clothes, and we sort of just smack a character's head on there, right? And I mean, it sort of turns out kind of decent for the first time sort of branching out like this. And, you know, it sort of has the issue of we draw ginormous heads, gimornous, if you will, absolutely ginormous. Like, I don't know how you do that, actually, and the perspective just gets crazy. Like, the head is giant, but everything else sort of, it is like it's slanted, right? Like, why are the hands so small? That's crazy. And then it gets a little bit better. Can't draw feet or hands at all. Like look at, what are those? What are those? And so we just kind of draw them off screen. By which I mean I don't draw them. And the hair contrast, we're figuring that out. This is where you can see the originality issues, right? We're drawing Duolingo characters. That's probably a problem. But we start using pencil because you know it has a better gradient than pen. Yeah, pencil. Really smart move there, pal. It was really cool that you figured that out later. And then we start doing contrast, right? Backgrounds that are sort of more like original and such. And it doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, right? One on the left, I feel like worked pretty decently. One on the right, maybe too much contrast. Maybe went a little heavy on the contrast. Like the night sky is a little bright there, and also the eyes are kind of low. No, but the one on the left, hey, I actually kind of like that one. I feel like that one turned out pretty good. We move on to these ones. Got the little recorder. Got the little recorder. Doot doot. Go. That didn't sound good. Moving on. This one drives me crazy because this is one where I figured out an issue kind of later after I drew it. The eyes. This is where I figured out the eyes are different sizes, right? With the mirror thingy. The mirror thingy where you look at it in a mirror and then you see everything looks terrible. And you're like, oh dang. And when I say terrible, I mean terrible to the eyes of me who draws it now. To be fair, if I looked at this in the mirror like on day one, it's probably looking like, hey, that's pretty good. But you know, as time goes on, I guess part of it is training your eyes to see the art differently, I guess. Kind of like when you listen to music after you've played music for a long time, you can see or you can hear the flaws in it more. I guess it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You get to make cool stuff, but it starts to sound or look weird. So over here, we try to do original stuff off prompts, prompteroonies, if you will, referencing like elements in it, but not really people. So like the dunes or the nebula. It doesn't really look like a nebula, but that was the idea. And it looks a little jank for sure, which is, I guess, to be expected when you're doing original work kind of for the first time. And it's not terrible. It's not amazing, for sure. It's not as good as the stuff before. And you can see the eye issue is definitely still there, right? We're drawing left eyes just like 20% larger. I don't know why. But, you know, for the most part, it's not looking too bad until we draw like an 8-foot tall gigantic person in an alleyway. Like, I don't know who taught this kid perspective. And we just, over here, we draw really thick lines for no reason in places they don't need to be. And things get really scuffed here because I haven't really done side profiles before, and I draw a funky nose. And then the one on the right was, I gave up a little bit. I kind of gave up. So as a result of that, we kind of just like ditch the prompt thing and we go back to what we know. You know what? I like these ones better. They turned out pretty good. We have the eye issue here still, but this is about when I figured it out, and I tried to start correcting it, like after these few. And I mean, it's not bad. You can see, like, on the right here, we fixed the side profile thingy, right? Like, it's not perfect. The eye is a little jank, but it's certainly better than whatever happened there. Yeah, because like the nose isn't as jank, the mouth position is more correct. And I think these ones overall turned out pretty good. I mean, we move on a bit. Miku's back, jump scare, yeah, sorry, my bad. And I mean, these ones are turning out much better than the original stuff, and I kind of like how they turn out, right? The eyes are not perfect, but they're better than before. This is where I started trying to correct the issue. But now, here's what we've been waiting for, right? I mean, the title and all that. We got the final 2 pages to get to day 100. Yeah, so it's only 99 pages. I didn't plan on it being 100 days. I was supposed to just be the whole notebook, but I realized in the last 5 days that it was going to be like 99 days exactly, and I was like, oh, I don't want to double up on a page because that'd be like weird because I've been doing whole page drawings, and so it's only 99 days. My bad.